If you are a family considering a move to the Duluth area of Gwinnett County, Georgia, I need you to stop what you are doing right now and pay very close attention to what I'm about to share with you, because this is not something you'll hear from just any real estate agent. There is something happening at Parsons Elementary School in Duluth that is genuinely rare. And I mean rare as in you will not find this in virtually any other Metro Atlanta public school system. It's called the Dual Language Immersion Program, or DLI, and at Parsons it's offered in Korean. So Korean, one of the most in-demand languages in the global economy, and your child can learn it fluently for free through Gwinnett County Public Schools, starting in kindergarten. Let me tell you everything you need to know. The GCPS Dual Language Immersion Program is one of the most ambitious educational initiatives in all of Georgia. And here's what makes it extraordinary. This is not a foreign language class. This is not an after-school program. This is a complete full school day immersion experience where your child learns real academic content, math, science, reading, writing, in 2 languages simultaneously. The model is called 50-50. That means at least 50% of your child's school day is taught entirely in Korean, and the other 50% is in English every single day from kindergarten onward. So here's the genius of the structure. GCPS uses what they call a 2-teacher roller coaster model. Your child has 2 teachers, one who teaches in English, covering English language arts, social studies, and content reinforcement, and other teacher who teaches entirely in Korean, covering math, science, and Korean literacy. The 2 groups of students actually rotate between teachers throughout the day, like a roller coaster, so every child gets deep, consistent exposure to both languages every single day. And here's the thing that makes this so powerful. This isn't just language learning. The new language becomes the actual vehicle for learning the entire school curriculum. Your child isn't just memorizing vocabulary words, they are doing real math in Korean, real science in Korean. That is how true bilingualism is built, and that is exactly what this program delivers. So now let me give you some context on just how rare this is. Dual language immersion programs offering Korean in Georgia public schools are extraordinarily uncommon. Nationwide, over 2,000 DLI programs exist, but the vast majority offer Spanish, and the number offering Korean is a small fraction of that. In the entire GCPS system, one of the largest school districts in the entire state of Georgia, there are only a handful of schools where Korean DLI is even an option. Parsons Elementary is one of them, and it doesn't stop there. Parsons feeds directly into a full Korean immersion pathway that goes all the way from kindergarten through 12th grade. And I'll get to that in just a moment. For families with Korean heritage, for families with global career aspirations, or for families who simply want to give their child a world-class competitive advantage, this is as good as it gets in any Georgia public school. In fact, I'm working with a client right now. Most of my clients are relocators moving from out of state, so this may pertain to you, and if so, you need to reach out to me because I would love to help you in finding a home in the Parsons School District. But I got one that is local. He already lives in the school district. His child's about to go to elementary school and they enrolled him, but they're looking to upsize as their family is quickly getting bigger, and now their current house is not big enough. And so we've been talking back and forth. And he's like, Tim, this kind of thing, if you find out in LA or New York City, you're paying buku amount of money, and it's gonna be a different program where it's not 50-50, it could be 80-20 or 90-10 in terms of most of it in Korean. So this is a perfect balance of immersion. And I think he has a good hunch about this program being as good as it is. So let's talk about outcomes, because this isn't just a feel-good program. The data and results behind it are genuinely powerful. By the end of kindergarten, your child will be counting, identifying shapes, and producing mathematical sentences in Korean. They'll know themed vocabulary, colors, animals, body parts, family members, all in Korean. They'll be understanding and responding to simple commands in the language, and they'll be building the oral foundation that leads to full biliteracy down the road. By 3rd and 4th grade, your child moves from what language experts call the novice level of all the way into intermediate, meaning they can hold real conversations, read meaningfully, and begin writing in Korean. And then by 8th grade, your child can reach intermediate high proficiency, and that is the equivalent of a highly functional bilingual speaker who can navigate real-world situations in Korean with genuine confidence. And here's the headline moment right here. Students who complete 8th grade Korean level 3 automatically earn 3 high school credits for their work. 3 free high school credits before they ever set foot on a high school campus. That is an incredible head start, and no other public school program in Metro Atlanta is offering that for Korean. So what makes GCPS DLI truly special is that it doesn't stop at elementary school. This is not a one and done experience. This is a lifetime commitment, a K through 12 pipeline that grows with your child every single year. Parsons Elementary feeds directly into Hull Middle School, where the Korean DLI continuation program will be in place by 2025, which is already now. Hull Middle then feeds into Peachtree Ridge High School, where the high school continuation pathway launches in 2028. So if you move into this zone today and enroll your child in kindergarten, you are setting them up for a fully connected, uninterrupted Korean language education all the way through graduation. At the high school level, the pathway includes advanced Korean language courses that ultimately prepare your student to potentially earn a college minor in Korean through Georgia's Bridge Dual Enrollment Program, in partnership with Kennesaw State University and Georgia State University. So let that sink in for just a second. Your child could potentially leave high school with a college level minor in Korean already completed. The financial value of that alone is extraordinary, and if that is still not enough, students who complete the program can earn Georgia's prestigious seal of biliteracy, which appears directly on the high school diploma that they will get and is recognized by colleges and employers all across the country. That seal is a signal to the world that your child is not just educated, they are globally prepared. So now I know that some of you might be thinking, does learning in Korean slow my child down in English? Does it hurt their academic performance in core subjects? The research says absolutely not. According to GCPS and decades of national immersion research, immersion students perform just as well as, and often better than, non-immersion students on standardized tests of English language arts and mathematics, even when those tests are given entirely in English. The brain benefits of bilingualism actually strengthen overall academic performance rather than competing with it. Students in DLI programs score higher on achievement tests in both languages. They are more engaged in classroom instruction because the learning environment is dynamic and stimulating. They develop stronger self-esteem and a bicultural identity that gives them confidence in diverse environments. They tend to be more mature for their age, more motivated in school, and they graduate at higher rates than their monolingual peers. Take it for the research. This isn't just coming from me. They receive more college scholarships and go on to become successful professional bilinguals as adults. This isn't just getting education. This is a gift, a lifelong competitive advantage that will open doors your child hasn't even dreamed of yet. So think about the world your children are growing up in. Korea is one of the leading economies on the planet in technology, manufacturing, entertainment, and global trade. Korean culture, from business to innovation to global influence, is a force that is only growing stronger with each passing year. A child who grows up bilingual in English and Korean doesn't just have a second language. They have access to an entirely different world of opportunity. As a professional adult, language skills at the advanced level, which GCPS DLI students are targeted to reach, open the door to careers in international business and diplomacy, healthcare and medical interpretation, legal services, government and intelligence work, technology, engineering, and global trade. The list goes on. In fact, I want to give you the best example. My wife, who speaks 5 languages, namely Japanese and English in intermediate, Korean, Chinese, and Russian in fluent level. How did she learn these languages? Well, she was a synchronized swimmer, and she lived in Russia for 6 years, China for 3 years growing up, because those are the 2 best countries to learn that sport. They are the best athletes there. And while living there, she learned the languages, and then she went off to work for, well, her goal was IOC, an International Olympic Committee, but In the end, she ended up working for various different organizations, such as Pyeongchang Winter Olympics in 2018 and the Incheon Asian Games and the Asan Games. These events, she was there translating in Russian to high-level executives. She met the president of Korea. She was able to translate from Korean to Chinese and vice versa and many other languages. So it can really open the door to job opportunity in ways that you would never imagine. And that's just her life. I look at my life and I think, man, I had the opportunity to learn Korean, but I was stubborn and my mom didn't push me. And I think if she had pushed me, I would have been angry in the short term, but highly admirable and respectful of her in the long term. And so here I am realizing that for my kids, I want them to learn Korean as a dual language opportunity that they have right before them here living in Gwinnett County. So why not? So what did we do? As of the recording of this video, I kid you not, we decided we're gonna move. We're gonna move here. So we did. Not that it was a long distance by any means. We moved from Lawrenceville to Suwanee in the area in which Parsons School District is districted for that area of Suwanee. So we're thrilled, we're happy, we're moving next month. So it's time for you guys to make the move. So make sure you give me a call and get ready, because look, this program starts in kindergarten and it costs you nothing beyond the property taxes you've already been paying. The return on that investment is virtually unlimited. So here's what you need to know. If you want to get your child into the Parsons Elementary Korean DLI program, it's a two-step process. First, you register your child for kindergarten at your home school as normal. Then, separately, you register for the DLI program before the registration deadline. You can only select one school, so this decision truly matters and you'll want to be intentional about it. Spots fill up fast. If demand is high, and it usually is, a lottery is conducted and notifications go out in May. Word on the street, for the first time ever this past year, there was a lottery. All previous years prior to this year, there was never a lottery. So you can see the demand is growing. People are finding out about the program. They're seeing the value and they're enrolling their child in the DLI program. So the window to register is limited, which means if you're thinking about making a move into this area, timing is everything. The families who move first are the ones who get in line first. As a real estate professional in this market, I have helped hundreds of families find their home in Gwinnett County, and I can tell you from experience, access to programs like the Korean DLI at Parsons Elementary is the kind of thing that families don't even realize they're looking for until the moment they discover it exists. And then they cannot imagine living anywhere else. Sounds a little bit like me. If you want to learn more about homes in the Parsons Elementary School Zone, the Peachtree Ridge Cluster, or anywhere in the Duluth area of Gwinnett County, I am here for that conversation and I would love to help you make it happen. Drop a comment below, text me, send me a message, call me, email me, however you want to get a hold of me. You can set up a Zoom with me in the Calendly link in the description, and let's help your family make the move today.